With more cars than ever on every Denver road, it's taking a longer time to get in and out of the city. $1 million, and that money goes to help local burn victims get. Shoes are worn only once or twice, and those are wonderful to be recycled. And a beautiful day today. You wouldn't even know it was winter. You hardly need a coat. People waiting to hear what Barack Obama has to say to Denver. One person got out of his car, had to jump up on the fence to avoid getting hit. The people just up the hill will hear what they're having to say. The video via satellite, and it allowed them to see the critical aspects thousands of miles away. In a garage north of Boulder, artist Bruce Campbell is making gods.
I wanted them to somewhat be timeless, to appear to be ancient.
Huge, benevolent eyes gaze out at you from all over the room. They look calm, belying their traumatic pasts. This beautiful art is junk metal. It's been 15 years since Bruce Campbell traded his canvas for a more metallic medium.
I was renting an old farmhouse at the time, and the landlord had not wanted to pay the taxes on all the outbuildings, actually. So he had the fire department come out and burn them down for practice. And all the metal was then bulldozed into a hole in the ground. At the time, I was working for clients. I wanted to make some fine art, some art just for myself. And so I began excavating all that metal.
Even the paint he uses is recycled. He draws on mythological archetypes to create a look he calls modern archaeology. And his creations are going for tens of thousands of dollars. This does not look like a restaurant, but once it's finished, these welded together biodiesel drums are going to be a column in a fancy restaurant, holding up the ceiling and gazing down at people while they eat. The field behind his studio seems to be sprouting metal, and walking through the rusty, fragile piles is exciting. But Bruce Campbell searches through the piles eagerly. The metal clanging as he works sounds a bit like gods shouting to be released. Erin Marr, News Team Boulder. More than 14,000 women enrolled at CU, less than 20 wear the Muslim head covering called hijab. On a campus where tank tops, miniskirts, and ponytails are the uniform, the few women who choose to wear baggy clothing and cover their hair are faced not only with constant scrutiny, but also with the day-to-day challenge of living student life from under a veil. Samira Kasahoon is a freshman living in a co-ed dormitory with a non-Muslim roommate.
When I'm in my dorm, I do take off my hijab, and when we have people come over, you know, my roommate or whoever would, you know, say, "Oh, who is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, hold on, let me, you know, wrap up my hair before the guys come in and stuff."
But she says it doesn't stop her from participating wholly in student life, including swimming at the rec center.
When I do go swimming, I do wear my hijab, which is kind of hard.
Kelly Brewer is the Muslim Student Association president. She says that her hijab doesn't stop her from exercising either.
I still run. I've always been a runner, so I still run at the gym. The reason that I wear hijab is because we believe in Islam that this is what God asks women to do.
Women who wear a hijab on campus say that most students aren't hostile, they're just curious. The women we spoke with say they don't mind explaining. They want students to know that the decision to wear a hijab is a choice, and one that they're proud of.
People are interested in the fact that women are choosing to dress in this way. They are choosing to cover their hair.
Why do you wear a blanket on your head, or why do you wear a towel on your head? And that kind of, you know, like, I'm like, does this look like a towel?
Once the topic comes up, CU students are usually supportive.
I haven't had any, you know, negative feedback about how I dress, and I actually don't know of anyone who has.
I really appreciate, you know, people being accepting and not, like, I can walk down and feel like normal.
Hijab has been associated with the oppression of women, but through active student life, Muslim women right here at CU are pulling back the veil to set the record straight. Erin Marr, News Team Boulder.